A very big welcome to Everything on Everything. Today we are looking at the infamous, recently deceased South African politician, FW De Klerk, in which we will highly discuss the former president, his transgressions, his successes, his downfalls, and yes, of course, his controversies. But before we continue, please subscribe to our channel and switch on the notification bell to get more of our videos. And please do check out the Express and Encompass podcast. It is available on Spotify and Anchor. Frederick Willem de Klerk was born on 18 March 1936. Yeah, a real old timer. He was notoriously known as the President of South Africa for the duration of 1989 until 1994. Get this though, just like some of the new generation, a lot of us don't really know that he played a role in bringing an end to the apartheid system of racial segregation, and he negotiated a transition to majority rule in South Africa. He and the late former President Nelson Mandela jointly received the 1993 Nobel Prize for the collaboration in efforts to establish a non-racial democracy in South Africa. Everything said so far is a mere summary of everything on everything that transpired during the presidential run of de Klerk. So before de Klerk was the president of the National Party, he was a minister. He supported and enforced apartheid, which was a system of racial segregation that privileged the white South Africans. And, this is where we all, feel some type of way about him. After Botha resigned in 1989, de Klerk replaced him first as the leader of the National Party and then as the state president. Although he was expected to continue Botha's defense of apartheid, de Klerk decided to end the policy. Then again, we began to feel some type of way. Right? Wrong? He was aware that growing ethnic animosity and violence was leading South Africa into a racial civil war. Amid this violence, the state security forces committed widespread human rights violations and encouraged violence between the Xhosa and Zulu people, although de Klerk denied these allegations. Of course, he permitted anti-apartheid marches to take place, legalized a range of previously banned anti-apartheid political parties, and freed imprisoned anti-apartheid activists, including Nelson Mandela. He also dismantled South Africa's nuclear weapons program. De Klerk negotiated with Mandela to fully dismantle apartheid and establish a transition to universal suffrage. In 1993, he then publicly apologized for apartheid's harmful effects, but not for apartheid itself. Furthermore, he oversaw the 1994 non-racial election in which Mandela led the ANC to victory. That meant then that de Klerk's National Party took second place. De Klerk then became deputy president in Nelson Mandela's ANC-led coalition, which was the Government of National Unity. In this position, he supported the national unity. Also, in this very position, he supported the government's liberal economic policies, but he opposed the Truth and Reconciliation Commission that was set up in order to investigate past human rights abuses because he wanted total amnesty for political crimes. His working relationship with Mandela was strained, although he later spoke fondly of him. In May 1996, after the National Unity objected to the new constitution, de Klerk withdrew from the coalition government. The party disbanded the following year and reformed as the New National Party. In 1997, he retired from active politics and thereafter lectured internationally. De Klerk was a controversial figure, one might say. He received awards including the Nobel Peace Prize, earning widespread praise for dismantling apartheid and bringing universal suffrage to South Africa. Conversely, Anti-apartheid activists criticized him for offering only a qualified apology for apartheid and for ignoring the human rights abuses by state security forces. In early 2020, the De Klerk Foundation had released a statement which stated that, and I quote, "Apartheid was not an act against humanity," end quote, but later withdrew the statement unconditionally because of the havoc it caused on most social media platforms, getting negative responses on negative responses, and also reopening old wounds which had taken time to heal in the very first place. On the 11th of November 2021, many of the news broadcasting channels' headlines confirmed the death of FW De Klerk. This had many different reactions on social media. A news broadcasting social media page stated that, and I quote, "Half of white people are sad that the former president is no more, and the other half is rejoicing because they felt betrayed by FW De Klerk," end quote. Majority of the liberated black youth rejoiced when they heard the news. I did state previously that he was a very controversial figure, so it was bound to happen that there'd be different emotions regarding his death. As a matter of fact, apartheid will forever be a scar in South Africa. Even though there's been 27 years of democracy, there is still a lot of heartache, a lot of anger, and not to mention the financial curse that has been put in society, particularly on black people. Everything that happens politically and economically will somehow trigger what happened 27 years ago. And that is a reality. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and switch on the notification bar for more of our videos.